Plus, the acting chief of APD fires back at a blistering report from the Attorney General. The AG dropped a bombshell today, claiming the Albuquerque Police Department bungled the investigation into the death of high-profile attorney Mary Hahn.
The AG says APD was wrong to rule it a suicide. Tonight, APD's new interim chief stepped up to defend the department. Here's News 13's Katie Kim.
Tonight, for the first time, APD spoke with us about the death of high-profile attorney Mary Hahn.
Albuquerque Police Department stands behind its investigation.
Interim Police Chief Alan Banks says he finds the Attorney General's claim that APD botched the investigation now, nearly 3 years after the case was closed, suspect.
I find it strange that the Attorney General did not reach out to us.
There's more information out there.
Attorney General Gary King says APD mishandled the investigation into Hahn's death. Hahn was found inside her BMW in November of 2010, parked inside her garage, killed by carbon monoxide poisoning.
We also have opened an investigation and continue to have an open investigation.
Today, King released findings from its year-long joint FBI probe into Hahn's death. He says the cause should be classified undetermined, not suicide, as APD claims.
This was not handled in accordance with what anyone would characterize as standard police investigative techniques.
The AG office's analysis was in tow with what Hahn's family has been saying all along, that APD botched the investigation.
There was a decision made by rather high-ranking APD officers to characterize it as a suicide as opposed to anything else, really even before the investigation had a chance to get started.
A lawsuit filed by the family against APD and city officials claims more than 24 APD officers and employees, including APD brass, inappropriately swarmed the crime scene. The AG's office says physical evidence was removed or went missing from Hahn's home, and witness interviews were insufficient.
I strongly believe in the investigation that the Albuquerque Police Department did that day.
Interim Chief Banks wouldn't elaborate much further when we asked about the allegations in the Hahn family lawsuit, and would only say even the Office of the Medical Investigator ruled the death a suicide. But Banks did confirm the FBI was asking questions about the case too.
They did receive all the information, and again, the Attorney General has not reached out to us.
Should they have?
If he has additional information or evidence, then yes, reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to work with them.
Katie Kim, KRQE News 13.
The AG, who's a Democratic candidate for governor and backing Democrat Pete Donnelly in the upcoming mayor's race, says anyone with information on Mary Hahn's death should call his office.